Imagine you have the perfect vintage watch, like this 1950s Omega Constellation Deluxe, an absolute classic. But then you look at the strap, and there it is, stiff, cheap, somehow wrong. And that's exactly what we wanted to change. Welcome to our video about the production of our handmade leather straps, the result of over a year of development work to create straps that impress in terms of quality and design. We worked with some of the German's best craftsman people to create something truly special, because for the true watch enthusiasts, the leather strap is not just an accessory, but the key detail that can change the entire look and feel of a watch. The right color, the perfect shape, the quality you can feel immediately. The strap makes a difference between nice and wow on your wrist. Why compromise when it comes to what holds your favorite watch by your side all day? So, what do you do when you want to launch a product? Analyze the competition, of course. And as you can see from this pile of leather straps, we have ordered from almost every competitor known in the watch industry. We paid attention to every detail, from the appearance on the website to the speed of the shipping, the quality of the packaging, up to every detail of the strap, which leather, stitching quality, and workmanship, smell, feel, design, and of course, how fair are the prices for the quality you get. And the bitter truth, some were quite good, but most of them disappoints us. Nothing was as we wanted it. The market simply didn't have what we were looking for. Thin, soft, and fitted straps in the classic 1840 style. We wanted straps that would stay discreetly in the background, not bulky straps that would crush your delicate vintage watches. They should perfectly complement the look of a watch, be the wingman of your vintage watch, so to speak. So we said, okay, we will do it ourselves, and better than anything we have seen before. But before we get to what makes our straps so different, we want to tell you exactly how we went from the idea to the finished product. From the first design stroke to the fine leather from the tannery and the handmade metal buckle. We will show you every step. And believe us, there's much more love, sweat, and passion in it than you can imagine. From the very beginning, we knew that our straps should not only look great, but should also be made with a clear conscience. That is why they are 100% made in Germany. We work with genuine family businesses that have been perfecting their craft for generations. People who don't just process leather, but feel and understand it, and work with a love of detail that is rarely found these days. We choose the Perlinger Leather Factory, founded in 1864, because their calfskin leather stands for the highest quality and craftsmanship, a material that is perfect for our straps. Then we decided on FLUCO, a third generation manufacturer of leather watch straps that makes its products exclusively by hand. And last but not least, Craiss, a company from Pforzheim that has been producing clasps since 1919, that makes a difference between good and perfect. And this isn't about mass production or cutting corners. It's about passion, tradition, and our commitment to creating a high quality leather strap that meets your and our standards. And our design process began with a look at our own collection of vintage watch straps. We were inspired by the strap shapes of the 50s and 60s. It was important to us to capture the essence of this era. In weekly meetings with our manufacturers, we then worked out every detail: the leather, the right shape, the right thickness, the feel, the smell, which stitching, the lining leather, the right hole spacing, even the spring bar. I could go on forever. 3 sample productions, 6 months and countless tests later, we had it. The perfect design. Now we only had to implement the finished design, which took another nerve-wracking 6 months. As mentioned before, our leather comes from a tannery in southern Germany that is known worldwide for its quality. How many of you have been to a tannery? I don't think too many. So we were allowed to follow our excursion into the hallowed halls of Perlinger with the camera. And now we will guide you through the most important steps from the raw material to the finished tanned leather. As soon we arrived, we were greeted by the son of the owner of this traditional tannery. He led us directly to a refrigerated container in front of the hall. And what was inside was the origin of everything we have been worked on for over a year. Raw hides from the southern German Fleckvieh breed, known worldwide as the best basis for high quality leather. Don't worry, nothing here is wasted. These hides are a byproduct of the food industry, which means that no animal is bred just for leather. Once the heavy container doors closed again, the doors of the tannery opened for us. And let me tell you, it was a world of its own. Huge machines, massive halls, a fascinating interplay of light, movement, and yes, smells that were new for me. Each of us had leather on our shoes, clothes, or of course, watch straps. But it was only here that I really realized how much craftsmanship goes into each individual hide. The first stop was almost reminiscent of a distillery. Oversized wooden barrels that actually looked a bit like old whiskey barrels. Instead of alcohol, however, the raw hides are soaked here for hours, sometimes days, between 6 and 48 hours to remove dirt, salt, and excess tissue. A spa for leather, you could say. And yes, this step is essential because it is the only way to make the leather smooth and ready for its future life as a high quality strap. After this wellness program, the skin hardly looks like it did before the treatment. The color, bluish. The smell, not unpleasant at all. The structure, surprisingly soft. On to the next station, the splitting machine. Here, the skin is divided into different layers because not all of it is suitable for premium products. Only the top layer, known as grain leather, is high enough of quality for our straps. The rest is used for other purpose. There is no waste here. Now comes the actual magic moment. Tanning. This is where the calf skin is transformed into leather. The skin are treated in special tanning solutions that not only makes them durable, but also guarantee their subsequent softness and resilience. The tanned calf skin, now referred to as wet blue, still have to undergo further processes. After that, the leather is dipped into its final color. And no, this is not a simple process. Here, patented finishing processes are used. Neutralization, retanning, coloring, and greasing that make the leather distinctive in terms of feel, appearance, and durability. In between, countless washing and rising cycles to ensure that no residues remain and that the quality remains unaffected. The result is an ultra soft, fine material that fits your wrist perfectly from day one. Every single piece of leather undergoes strict quality control. Defective leather skins get sorted out. Only the finest material is proceed further. And when you see how our straps are made from it, you will understand why we are so passionate about this process. The finished leather is either carefully prepared for shipment or forwarded delivery to the next crucial stage. Our strap manufacturer, FLUCO. FLUCO is no ordinary production facility. It is a small but fine family business that has stood for quality and craftsmanship. since 1952. Here our fine leather is transformed not just into a simple strap, but into a genuine piece of craftsmanship that will last long time. 45 steps, all done by hand. Every cut, every stitch, every tiny adjustment has been carefully considered to ensure the perfect fit and maximum comfort. And believe us, you can feel the difference as soon as you put the strap on for the first time. When we arrived on site, Ulrich Fleischmann, the owner of FLUCO, greeted us with a broad grin. He showed us every single step of the process. And the first step, selecting the perfect calf leather. Soft, even, flawless. Only the best skins make it into production. Then the adventure begins. The leather is precisely cut and brought to the perfect thickness of just 2 mm using this special cutting machine. Now it's getting exciting. The leather strips are sharpened in a wedge shape so that no unsightly transitions are visible later. And then comes the next step, the punching, with a stamp specially developed for us, which by the way took us months to perfect. The blanks are given their characteristic tapered shape from 18 mm to 14 mm, a small but crucial detail that gives our straps their elegant look. After this step, the fine work begins. The holes for the buckle are precisely punched by hand. We have opted for a smaller hole spacing to allow an even more precise fit on the wrist. The cut edges are lighter than the rest of the leather and are dyed to achieve an even look, and then dried on a conveyor belt. Then the strap is stitched with soft black lining leather made from cowhide, with an extra thin stitching thread for maximum comfort. Are there any producing stitches? Melted off with a hot needle. Now it's getting technical. The loops that fix the protruding part of the bracelet are cut out, shaped and stitched by hand. Protruding threads are precisely sealed with a lighter. But what would a real gold armor bracelet be without our trademark? Here comes the branding. The inside of each strap is personalized with our handwriting, a discreet but elegant gold armor signature. On the other side, a gold foil engraving of our logo with the words "handcrafted in Germany." Because anyone who wears a gold armor strap should do so with pride. Here you can see the two gold armor blanks. Left the signature, right the gold armor logo with the "handcrafted in Germany" text. The blanks are clamped in a special tool and then pushed into a heated machine. The logo is pressed onto the foil under enormous pressure, thus transferring the elegant gold finish to the leather. And voila, our gold armor leather strap is born. They are available in 3 sizes, 17, 18 and 19 mm lug width, 3 colors and 3 buckle variants. Of course, we didn't film all 45 steps in detail. That would go beyond the scope of the video. But now you know how FLUCO creates real masterpieces for your wrist from the finest Perlinger leather. Now for the often underestimated star, our clasps. Yes, the small detail that holds your strap securely often doesn't get the recognition it deserves. The Craiss manufactory is the last European manufacturer to produce clasps with a true individuality and precision, partly still on machines that are older than some vintage lovers. When we entered the workshop, we were greeted by a concert of droning machines and the finest craftsmanship. The owner showed us around his impressive production facility, and we were able to see live how a rolled steel strip is transformed into something that will be perfection on your wrist. The journey of a buckle begins with this rolled blank steel, which is placed on an enormous machine. This pulls the thin steel strip into a punch, and tap! the first shape of the buckle is cut out of the metal. It doesn't look spectacular yet, but precision is what counts here. Now comes the magic of shaping. Another machine gave this flat blank a curved shape so that it fits perfectly on the wrist. The freshly formed blanks are mixed with abrasive stones and filled into small drums. They rotate there for hours until every sharp edge, no matter how small, has been ground down. This not only creates a flawless feel, but also a smooth, elegant finish. But a bracelet can't be held together by a buckle alone. It needs the crucial middle bar to securely fix the band in the desired hole. This tiny but incredibly important part is formed out of fine steel wire using a specially developed machine. Small but mighty. The last step, the finishing touch. Every single buckle is polished by hand. Yes, you heard that right, because perfection is in the detail. And a flawless shine is simply part of it. Our buckles are made of high quality chrome steel, finished with an inlaid gold armor logo and 1.0 micron gold plate, 3 times thicker than the standard, because we don't do things by halves. Functional, elegant, and durable. That is a standard we set for each of our products. Available in 3 colors: steel, yellow gold, and rosé gold, to match every watch and every style. So let's pull all the things together. What makes our straps so special? A perfectly tapered shape. 18 mm between the lugs, 14 mm at the buckle. Soft and very thin 2 mm calfskin instead of stiff, uncomfortable leather. Smaller hole spacing for more precise adjustment. Dark lining leather instead of flashy light colored inner leather. Buckles that are not only functional but also a real design highlight. And of course, an unboxing experience that will delight your heart. Because let's face it, a high quality strap can completely change the look of a watch. So that was our look behind the scenes, from the first raw leather to the finished strap. Our passion doesn't end with the watch itself. It encompasses everything that makes it special. So thanks for joining us. And if you want to treat your vintage watch with a perfect strap, you know where to find us.